Guys, good morning, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Salamukami. Thank you so much for always for watching my videos. I really appreciate. So for today's video, I want to show you how I prepare my son's omena. He's really into omena, like he's obsessed with omena. For those who don't know what omena is, I don't know how it's called in English, but I know in Swahili it's omena. So let me show it to you. This is the omena. Yes, that is the omena, and it's my son's favorite meal. Let me pick one and show you at least so that you can know how it looks. This one, that's the omena. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it's my son's favorite meal. So I want to give you the recipe of how I prepare the omena. Right now we're going to the shop to get milk because I don't cook it without milk. So we're going to the shop to get milk so he can eat. Hi baby, come. Say hi. Hi. So here guys, you can see I went to the shop, I bought milk. I bought the tomatoes at the market, the onions, the dania, I don't know how it's called in English, those green things. The dania, there's salt, I have the omena, I have the Royco cube, I have the garlic, and also I have cooking oil. Those are the things I'll use in cooking. Here my son is seated waiting for the food that the mom is going to prepare. Yeah. So on to it guys, we start by removing the head of the omena. We cut it out, we throw it away. Some people prefer eating it that way, but for me I prefer removing it because I believe that according to the way I was raised, I believe that when it's cooked with the head, it's so bitter. So I have to remove the head of the omena and throw the head away. So there I was trying to cut off the head so I can have the only the downer part. Yeah, some people usually cook with it. There's no problem at all cooking with the head of the small fish. So when I was done with the omena, I had to cut the tomatoes that I'll use in frying that omena. So it depends with the number of tomatoes you want to use. You can use 2, you can use 1, but for me I'm going to use all of them because I like when the soup is thick. I like it when the soup is thick, so I'm going to use all those tomatoes. So here guys, you can see I have finished preparing everything, like making them ready before I can start frying the omena. I've cut the coriander, I've cut the onion, the tomatoes, everything is ready for cooking. So I need to fetch water so I can boil water to use it to wash the omena. I have to wash it with hot water so I can remove that bitter taste. So I have to boil water to use it to wash the omena. So as the water is boiling, I'll go ahead and explain to you what omena is, also called daga. It is a very small fish found in Lake Victoria. So as the water was boiling, I decided to entertain myself small. So here my people, once the water boiled, I put the omena inside, also known as daga. I allow it boil for some few minutes and then I removed. I had to use to sieve it. I had to remove the water. Then I'd be left with the daga. Yeah, once I had removed the water, I had to put the omena back in the pot. After putting the omena back in the pot, I have to put it on the gas so that the water can dry before I put the oil. So here I'm drying the omena to completely remove the water before I can put the cooking oil. So once there was no water left in the omena, once it had completely dry, I had to put oil, just some small amount of oil, so I can fry the daga. Here I was mixing the daga. So my loves, with the oil, you can see the way the omena is dry, like it's completely dry. So I'll go ahead and put onions. The onions go fast. Yeah, I'll put the onions and then I'll mix it well. Before anything else, I'll make sure that I mix it well. Then the onions have to cook well and turn somehow golden brown before I can put the tomatoes. So after the onion had cooked well, I had to put the tomato inside, mix the tomato well, and after mixing, I'll cover it and leave it for some few minutes so that the tomatoes can cook well. You have to make sure that the tomatoes are cooked well before putting the milk. So I had to mix it again before I can put the milk. So here the tomatoes are well cooked. To my satisfaction, I have to add the Royco cube. I don't usually put spices in my son's food, but because I was also going to eat this, I just put one Royco cube. To give taste, I had to put a pinch of salt. And after putting the pinch of salt, I used the cooking spoon to mix it well. Yeah. After I mixed the food, I covered it for some few seconds. Then after covering it, I had to take milk, to open the milk and put milk inside the omena. I had to put the whole packet of milk because I also needed the soup. I didn't put any water in the omena. I just used milk to bring that soup and that taste. Guys, you should try this. You should try this recipe. I'm telling you, you're going to love omena. If you don't love omena, if you try this recipe, you are going to enjoy the omena. So guys, make sure you try the recipe. So my loves, after it had boiled, I had to add the coriander. You don't put the coriander in the beginning because you need that good smell and that good taste. So I had to put the coriander at the end so that it can bring that taste, and I won't let it boil for long, just for few seconds actually, and then I remove it. So guys, I had to pick small soup from the pot so I can taste, to make sure that the salt is okay, everything is okay to my satisfaction. I carried my bowl, him some little to taste, and he actually loved it. That show you that my son really loves omena. It's his favorite meal. So guys, the omena was ready. It had cooked well. I had to remove it and put the ugali water. So now this is ugali water that I'm putting on the gas to boil, something that we'll use to accompany the omena. We can't eat it dry. This is the flour that I'll use in making the ugali. Yes, the flour I use is a very good flour, by the way. So let's make ugali to accompany the omena. Stay tuned, guys. So guys, I had put a lot of water. I know why you're wondering why I'm removing some water. The water was a lot, so I had to reduce the water. Then I'll use the water if the ugali is hard, I'll use the water to make it soft. So here I was mixing the ugali. Yeah, this is what we call ugali for those who don't know. I was mixing the ugali, then it was somehow hard. I had to add water. The water will boil to make the ugali soft. So I put water and then I'll leave it for some few seconds to boil until the water goes down. So right here, that ugali, the ugali that I added small water is boiling. Yeah. This is the flour. I'm trying to show you the flour that I used in cooking the ugali. So I'll put it back to where I always keep it. I keep it up because of the baby, so he can't reach it. There's a day I kept it down and I came, he had applied it on his face, so I have to keep it somewhere safer and far away from him. Yeah, I'm still mixing the ugali to get what I want. here the ugali was finally made. I was transferring it from the pot to the plates. So guys, here I had finished preparing the ugali, and I was putting it together. Then I went ahead and served my own soup, my own omena, because I'll also eat it, and I served another one for my son so that he can eat. Then here my son is enjoying the food. Actually, this is his favorite meal. He's enjoying the food prepared by the mom. I have to feed him first before I can eat. Wow, see that? Oh, guys, that's it for the day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.